Hi and welcome. What dictionaries and translation tools can you use for learning Tibetan? So there are a number of tools that you can use online and paper copies, obviously. But online, the things that I find myself going back to over and over, the only things that really I'm able to usually find what I'm looking for. The first one is the Thl Translation Tool. If you Google that, you will find it relatively quickly. And what that is essentially a combination of dictionaries. If you put in using either Wiley or Unicode, you will find most terms that you're looking for. Um, it's mainly Dharma vocabulary, but basic vocabulary, not as much heavy on modern terms, but it will get you pretty far with a lot of the vocabulary that you're looking for. And THL stands for the Tibetan and Himalayan Library, and they have a lot of language tools, and this is, I find, the most practical, even though you may have to hunt through definitions to find exactly what you're looking for, but it's extremely rich and valuable. The other thing that is very useful is a similar tool, but this one lets you search also for English terms and gives you a breakdown also from a wide range of dictionaries. Also not heavy on modern Tibetan, more focused on Dharma Tibetan, but still very useful for many things. You'll find many things there, which is the Christian Steinert Tibetan English Dictionary. So if you Google that, you will also find it. And you will see that there is a little switching tool, so you can search either for a Tibetan term or an English term. And the Tibetan term you can search in either Wiley or Unicode. And we'll have another video about talking about the difference and how to do Wiley transcription. So another one that is very handy for when all else fails and you cannot find what you are looking for in either of these two dictionaries, another thing, the online dictionary that you can try is the Tibetan Terminology Project. So the Tibetan Project, it's what's a glossary of standardized terms. If you Google this, you will not find it as easily, but the link is https://tibterminology.net. And if you put that into your browser and go there, you will see that these are much more sort of modern and scientific terms that are new words, or like I say, you probably will not find them in any you probably won't find these words in the translation tool or the dictionary or in any modern dictionaries if memory serves. You may, but like I say, this is another bit more unusual one. So I'm going to, with reservation, but great celebration about the potential for this, talk about the Bing translator. Bing is Microsoft's search engine, and they have a translator just like Google Translator, but in fact, the Bing translator for Tibetan is now in its infancy, so it's just getting started, but it has a lot of potential. It has trouble translating personal names. It tries to translate them as regular nouns, which can be a bit of a problem. And, you will end up with some hilarious results. But, the more people use it, the better it will get. And I've definitely seen some sentences where it does a perfectly reasonable job. So do not trust it that far, but in a pinch, you can give it a try and see what comes out. So Bing Translator, and you will be able to translate English to Tibetan and vice versa. But again, with a big caveat, big warning that it's very young in its development. So it may not give you a super great translation. It needs a lot of work, but has great potential. Then if we look at some paper books, as far as dictionaries, there are two main ones, one for modern Tibetan and one for Dharma vocabulary. These two, I mean, if you have these two, you have your bases covered, generally speaking, I would think. At least as a beginner trying to learn both modern Tibetan and Dharma vocabulary. So the modern Tibetan one is called the English Tibetan Dictionary of Modern Tibetan. Right, and then the Dharma Vocabulary Dictionary, which also has Sanskrit terms with many of the Tibetan words, is the Tibetan English Dictionary. Oops. Sorry. By Sarat Chandra Das. If you have the Yeshki, that is also fine. But anyway, if you have at least one of these, you will be okay for looking for terms. This is also found in the translations in the above online tools. So I find that I don't really use this paper copy that I have very much because I use the Thl Translation Tool much more. But the paper copy of the modern Tibetan version I find very helpful, since there is no online version available. And so it's not so easy to search online. So that's it. Good luck. And if you have other great dictionary resources and online tools, please do go ahead and share them in the comments. Thank you.